Elon Musk says AI is getting ready to take over Hollywood, TV shows, even podcasts. There's a grave and great danger in this. And he says, look out because it's coming not in a decade, not in 7 years, not in 5 years, but it's on its way and soon. Today we'll tell you why YouTube better get ahead of this and immediately. It's a threat to the nations across the world. All right, from Nikhil Kamath. Listen, I have no chance on this one, folks, but he's a big guy. He's got 5 million views on this one. Elon Musk, a different kind of conversation. Now, we're going to just play in fair use a very small snippet of this one, and it has to do with Elon's take on what's going to happen in entertainment with AI. Now, as you all know, AI is getting ready to transform the world. I'm not here to tell you if it's good, bad, or a mix. Actually, I will. It's a mix. Here's what Elon, though, has to say when the topic comes up about artificial intelligence and what's coming Hollywood's way. Get ready, because this is monumental in what the world's richest man and most, shall we say, prolific man in bringing change, what his thoughts are on the future of entertainment.
The nuance of having a scarred human being who you can resonate with in a manner that you can't with AI, for example. The novelty
AI could certainly emulate a scarred human being quite well. Yeah. I mean...
Got a little awkward there for a minute, eh?
The AI...
Go ahead, Marvin.
I was saying, you shut down the guy's entire point.
That's the biggest problem with most interviewers is it's the obvious question in you're trying to lead somebody in a given direction, and
right,
and Musk is a master at foiling those attempts.
All right, and by the way, it looks to me like they're doing the interview in is that a Tesla factory? I believe it maybe one of the gigafactories.
Looks like a cafeteria, to be fair.
Well, an overview of it, but you see behind them, that's a lot of stuff back there. And I'm thinking that's one of the Tesla gigafactories. I could be wrong, could be SpaceX. But anyway, we'll continue on with the rest of what he has to say.
Video generation that I'm seeing at XAI and from others is pretty impressive.
We were looking at data around what industry is growing the fastest. And especially when we looked at the amount of time consuming movies versus time spent on social media, time spent on YouTube, what seems to be growing really fast are live events all over again. Going to a physical...
Actually,
what are we calling here on this channel, folks? As we go into the age of AI, live performances, live sports, live music, live theatrical productions, it's already growing. This is already happening. We're already watching this take place. This is from 2024. We don't even have the 25 data yet. In 26, it's going to go out of this world, because what do people want if everything can be replicated already by AI, including movies and shows and all that? People want real stuff. That's what they're going to go to.
See, I think live events, when digital media is ubiquitous and you can just have anything digitally at essentially for free or very close to for free, then the scarce commodity will be live events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that the premium for that will go up?
Yeah, I do.
Good industry to invest in?
Yes. Yes, because that will have more scarcity than anything digital.
If you were a stock investor, Elon,
All right, let's pause there. Now, in this interview, and we can't do all of it, of course, because, this is their content. We recommend you go watch it. It's a long interview, and you don't get a ton of long interviews with Elon unless you're Joe Rogan. In it, guys, he talks about something that I had not considered until recently. I had thought that podcasting, such as what we do here, all four of us are involved in this podcasting space and blogging and vlogging and all of that. I had thought that we would be safe for a little bit longer because we build community with our viewers, and because, we do these things with our voices that make us, we're very clear to make sure we're human. We do these things, right? Elon says no. He thinks that AI is going to start podcasting down the road. And I don't know that is interesting to me. And I'll tell you why. To me, that feels like getting jazz from AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of music you could do with AI, and I get the cons and the negatives and all that. But one thing I don't want to listen to is I don't want to listen to jazz made by AI, because jazz is something that is generated intuitively and reflexively out of humans and their experience, and it's a creative process in the moment. So I don't know that I want AI improving jazz. Same thing's happening in a podcast conversation. Yeah. I don't know that I want to listen to two AI chatbots talk about politics. But Elon says that might be where we're going. Now, Culture, I want to go to you first on this one, because YouTube has been a very strange place since about September, October.
Yeah.
Tons of AI channels now, and tons of effort to get people watching shorts, many of those shorts generated by AI. It is having a dramatically negative impact on real YouTube channels. Culture, what's the future look like if Elon says that AI is coming in and it's going to do movies, TV shows, podcasting, radio? What's the future of this?
I think he's got a level of understanding talking about live performances. And I think that that's, one of the reasons TKO and other entities have gone private is because they've recognized that the value of the authentic live content is going to be more and more valuable. So if you want to keep more and more of your money, you remove the investor quotient from that. And that's, part of a conversation that he was about to dive into. But I believe that you are correct in that, YouTube, as far as authentic conversations, has already been compromised, and a lot of people are now identifying it even outside of the AI garbage that's being pumped in as well. I think a lot of people are seeing the invasion of the approved influencers now. You're going to see a lot of Trevor Noah garbage and things like that. If you have a Roku or something that you use to watch YouTube or similar, you're going to see a lot of these fake influencers that are going to be peddled as,
Culture, I saw a thing. Let me tell you this. I saw a thing where it was this is important for us to talk about. I saw a thing where it looks like, and they're using AI to do this, and I'm not trying to say AI is completely and totally negative. It's not at all where I'm going.
Mostly.
But they used this. It's a middle-aged guy, and the camera is pointed at him, and he's talking, and he's moving his hands, and he's doing on the live feed. I don't know what program they were using to do this, but on the live feed that people were seeing, the AI with a few seconds delay was taking this guy and immediately changing him into a beautiful young woman with a beautiful young woman's voice.
Yeah.
And these people watching the stream truly believed that was a young woman, a real young woman. Yeah. Wasn't at all. I mean, we are in a level of, it's just a different world.
It is, and you're going to see more and more of that with technologies similar to face rig and other things that allow for that to be done in real time, or for me to appear like a Smurf, or any number of other things. I think that's also going to be out there as well. But there's an element of authenticity even to a performance like that, utilizing a program like Face Rig or something similar to capture my performance and translate it into a Smurf. But the authenticity of the conversation and of the actions and everything else that's an entirely different conversation. Having something replicate that, such as AI, I think that's where you're going to lose the viewer. And even in live conversation, it's why I don't agree with the takeaway here. But I think that people are also
what takeaway do you not agree with, Culture? What in particular?
Which part? I mean, do I believe that people are going to glom on to inauthentic, non-human?
I don't think they're going to be able to tell the difference.
I think they will. No,
15-year-old kid or an 18-year-old kid, watching TikTok, I don't know. They have no recognition of what's.
There's a lot of manipulative cues that can be added into any kind of a performance. For example, if I want to get you to agree with me, there are things that I can do physically that will get you to get into a position where you're willing to agree with something that maybe naturally you wouldn't, just because of my mannerisms and my actions. There's a lot of manipulation conversation that happens across any kind of social media platform that utilizes that, like bringing up something incredibly emotional in your timeline before you get to something that is designed to have you feel more comfortable by purchasing something.
Okay, here's a thought though, Culture. Here's a thought.
Okay.
I had believed that podcasting might have a longer shelf life than some of this other stuff. And I think it still does. We may have to go live with a lot of it in a different way. But here's the question I've got.
Yeah.
How long is it until some AI out of China that doesn't have to play by any of our rules, how long until that AI has Rush Limbaugh on camera, podcasting, again, out of China? It's all fake. But El Rushbo is back giving his thoughts on the day because the Chinese AI has figured out there's a lot of money in it. How long until a cable show is being hosted by an AI?
There are more intriguing and accurate in timely voices that I think will be more desirable than regurgitating from a script.
How long until an Indian scammer has Charles Krauthammer out there again opining using AI every single day? This is what is on the way. And we can all say that it's not going to happen or blah, blah, blah. We're going to make rules about it. They're not going to make rules about it in second and third world countries, and they're going to flood us with it.
This has already happened. The Critical Drinker, just a couple weeks ago, we covered it on Geeks and Gamers. His voice got stolen for some AI YouTube channel.
Right.
And it was that's inflection and all.
But that's one hurdle, Marvin. How long until the person's on the camera doing it, and they're doing it every day? And I don't know what we do to stop that from happening.
I don't look. I'm going to disagree with you and say I don't.
I still love you. I still give you a hug.
Sure, it may occur, but I'm going to suggest that people are going to be more likely to go to our version of the Prairie Home Companion because they can get more out of that, whether it be the live performance or something being videotaped live at the same time. You and I standing on stage having these kinds of conversations and disagreements feel more authentic. Not only that, it's the interaction with the audience that you would have to incorporate as well. Do I think that's possible? Yes, but I think we're miles down the road.
Culture Casino, Carnegie Hall. It's going to happen.
Well, I think you and I are more likely to be in Branson or perhaps Pigeon.
Ron Bradley at the Opryland. Got to happen.
I'm hanging out at the theater.
I can definitely arrange Branson for you. I have all of the contacts.
And I'd be more than happy for us to do a live stage version of this show. I think there'd be an enormous demand for it once it occurred because you're not going to get a more authentic conversation, especially with people in the audience firing out questions, Marvin running around with a microphone.
Potatoes and pyro, every single show. That's what we're going to do. Purple potatoes and pyro.
I'm all for the fact that, we have a conversation about food and then we go outside and we eat it. Again, this is the kind of thing that I think Disney misses, is they no longer have this level of engagement. You can't... You don't have the shows like inside the particular cafe where it's a hootenanny. You have people up on stage singing and dancing and doing a normal dinner theater show, and then you actually having a dinner all together. They don't do that anymore.
Now I'm seeing a lot of people.
They're missing out of that.
I'm seeing a lot of people in chat saying they've already done that. And Marvin, you said that too. I want to specify what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about a pre-recorded thing that a human had to work on. I'm talking about some scammer in China or India or somewhere else, literally doing this live. Like the AI in 2 or 3 years is so good that it's just doing it live. It's hosting a live show in the form of the person who's deceased or whatever. Marvin, what was the answer? Like, what did Critical Drinker do once his entire style had been ripped away from him by somebody else and typed into a prompt and boom, there it goes? Like, what's the answer there?
I think he was able to report it to YouTube as, theft of personality or whatever, or something along those lines. And I believe the channel got taken down.
Got eliminated.
Yeah. Pretty quickly too. I mean, we ran our article and I was
told, any
but
channel that talks about purple potatoes, we do that for culture as well. So, yeah. Ron, your thoughts on the brave new world we're about to enter into? What do you think about it? And what are people going to be? I think there's still such a premium on humans. We're just going to have to find a way to prove that it's an authentic, real person behind, what's happening.
It's going to be really interesting to see if AI can come up with, if it goes into podcasting, if it can come up with the type of conversations that people are interested in an authentic manner. I'm thinking of the Inside of You podcast not long ago with the, and I wish I could think of her name, the actress that played Chloe Sullivan on Smallville. She's
Allison Mack is her name.
Okay, Allison Mack. Thank you. Yeah. How does an AI replicate a story from that personal point of view of Allison Mack when she's, she actually got, been through that experience? I don't know. I mean, that's a little bit different than, political punditry, if you will. But when it comes to personal experiences and stuff, I just don't see how AI gets to the point where it can replicate that without having, unless somebody can program it with the knowledge of that person that's trying to replicate it, or they fake it, which would be horrible.
We know Elon has already tried to get ahead of this, Ron. X has implemented this system, the locale thing, and I think it's actually preparing for a world where AI agents are all over X, and he wants to differentiate who's human, who's not, who's VPN, who's not, all that kind of stuff. And I got to say, I think YouTube needs to do this immediately, like immediately, because here's the problem for YouTube: if they don't find a way to differentiate, folks, some of your favorite content creators out there have seen a 50 to 70% drop in viewership, and that's not sustainable over years. So, and we're not talking about little guys. We're talking about like the Mr. Beast retention, analyst, the guy that Mr. Beast pays to help him understand retention and keep those views up. He's out there sounding the alarm. This much AI is going to end a lot of your favorite content creators. YouTube needs to wrap their head around it, because if the premium, as Elon Musk says, is going to be on live performance, where can you do digital live? YouTube. Where is it democratized and the meritocracy of it all wins out? YouTube. So if YouTube's got any sense in their heads, it's time to pull the trigger and make sure that people can see, verified, this is a real human. This is real human content. I'm all for AI content. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want. We're going to employ it here as well. But I want to know that the person speaking to me is a human and isn't being prompted either live or pre-recorded by some guy who's just using, the stuff that worked from 10 years ago. I don't want to see El Rushbo brought back into real life or brought back into fake life, to give us his thoughts. I don't want to see Martin Luther King Jr. giving more speeches on YouTube. I don't want to see that. And I don't know where the boundaries are, but I know that it's not appropriate. There's just something that feels off about it. Guys, I'll give you the last thoughts on it.
Culture talked for 15 minutes. Everything was said.
Culture, can you believe that? Culture, I thought you were verbose.
Oh, it was
concise.
wonderful. It was a wonderful talk. I'm just saying, there's nothing left to talk about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my TED talk on the subject. So
I want real purple potatoes and not AI purple potatoes.
Amen. And I don't want to have to wear my enhanced reality glasses for the potatoes to change to purple. I'll tell you one thing, though. If they drop Rachel Maddow and put out AI Maddow, it might actually improve. And put another one in the can, folks. A video of excellence has been birthed into existence, and you were there to witness it. Thank you for participating. We hope you had a good time. Folks, it's a great time anytime we get to share time with you, and we mean it. The only thing additional we ask, on the way out the door, consider clicking the like button. Share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those pesky algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, if you would be so kind, perhaps share this out on your favorite social media platforms. Folks, we've got all kinds of content coming your way. If you are interested in going even beyond all of that, well, there's a Pro Store, and you can always find those items directly below the video you're watching. The Pro Store, it's a cool place to check out for items that, well, definitely Disney and the rest are not going to sell you, but we're happy to do so. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, And as always, keep having fun.